Separate bike builds, but the same bike build. Voila. Welcome to the most chaotic bike build we've ever done. I'm gonna build the Fray and the MOG for my 2025 season. And because these bikes have a lot of crossover, we're gonna walk through that as we build it. So come along. I think it's fine. I think we leave it like this. So we are going to try to run this without the routing cables because typically this bike's pretty good and internal storage helps. I like to double insulate, so I don't like rattling in my bike. You're stuck now. Okay, where are we? You have brake cables, run through the fork, run through the frame. Take a silver Sharpie and mark the shit out of the cable, whichever one you want to want. For me, it's the front. Because when you start routing it and you get two ends and you wonder which goes where, it's not fun. So I just mark silver dashes all the way down this puppy. Silver dash is front. Sure, there's more quote unquote professional ways to do this. I don't know. Biggest thing to think about, hold your handlebars like you're riding, and then think about the way you're going to route it. I always route, I get this correctly, obviously, then I route the fishing line the wrong direction. And I'm gonna run the back brake first. So I need to make sure back brake has to go on the right with ENVE's headset. So I'm just gonna start running. These Park Tool magnets are great, but a little cheap little Amazon Extendo magnet, way better. Hey, welcome to class. Welcome to class, okay?
Are you a composer? Are you about to? You recommend people try this at home?
I do recommend you try this at home. You are very patient. Very important, you route cables in the right order, otherwise your mental health will struggle. You do it all over again on the left side. Guys, we're gonna blow Bert's mind again.
No one knows who Bert is.
I know, you show him! Show him! That guy taking pictures. Guys, Bert, what do you think we use fire for?
There's nothing. Surely there's nothing to use fire for in this process.
Oh, we use fire, man. We use fire. You're telling me BMX bike builds don't use fire? Look at this, ready? Oh, we gotta keep this puppy in place. Next step is derailleurs and wires. Gotta run wires from the batteries to the derailleurs, and that's it. Front derailleurs, back derailleurs. Still a 2x guy at heart. That is much better. The i2 gods are happy. This is gonna go super quick. This is gonna go right there.
We all need a good filing cabinet.
We come to a moment in the bike build where pretty much putting on the exact same part on both bikes. Both Dura-Ace cranks with power. Honestly, the only difference here is gearing. On the MOG, I'm gonna do 50-34. On the Fray, I'm gonna do 52-36. It is not even possible to put 52-36 on the MOG safely. So this is where we separate. cassettes, chains, rotors, wheels, saddle, bicycle. ESI makes mountain bike grips also. Recently stopped making the road R tape. And they told me they're running out. And I said, oh my gosh, what else do you have left? And they said nothing. So I went on their site with my code and I went to town on their lawnmower grip that I'm now using as bicycle grip.
This is lawnmower bar tape.
Yeah. I'm ready for anything, man. It's for lawnmowers, weed whackers, hammers, shovels, rakes, shears. Whatever you need, but there is no bikes there. Bikes are done. A lot of people always ask me what bike they should get. And it really depends on what kind of riding you're gonna do at the end of the day. For me, racing in the Lifetime Grand Prix, a lot of my choices come down to what is the fastest, best bike for the day, as opposed to what bike I would ride all the time. I think the easiest way of saying it is where I grew up in Michigan, to me, the Fray is a great gravel bike. Takes 40mm tires. You could also put road tires in there and it'd work perfectly well. It's a little bit higher head tube than the Melee, but has everything else you need. Down tube storage. It's just a fast bike overall for being able to take that kind of tire clearance. The MOG, on the other hand, is practically a mountain bike at times. I've stuffed a 2.2 front tire, so a full mountain bike tire in the front, and a 50mm in the back with a front derailleur, and you could even go to a 2.2 in the back if you didn't have a front derailleur. But it can take on anything. If you're out in Utah or Colorado, California riding chunky gravel, or you take on a lot of that terrain a lot, MOG's your bike. You saw the way I set them up in terms of the way I race them. So obviously you can put GRX on the Fray, you can put Durace on the MOG. There's a lot of pro athletes who mix and match a little more than I do. Say they run a Durace derailleur because the GRX derailleur is a little heavier. To me, I want my MOG to be really durable. I want it to be able to take on anything, and that's how I built this up. GRX is more durable than Durace. I will also be building a adventure MOG, as we like to say at ENVE. That'll have a ENVE dropper post, probably run a Fox TC fork, and just be completely set up for really gnarly gravel. And that'll be 1x for sure, just given that I want more gear range. But for my speed MOG, this is hopefully what I imagine I will race at Unbound with 4.5s or 3.4 wheels in a more aerodynamic setup. I want to be able to have as much speed as I can on a bike that can still take everything on. It gets harder and harder every year, but we are trying to constantly show off ENVE's paint shop in different ways. And that doesn't always mean painting bikes. This year, if you see these bikes at the races, the coolest part is feeling them. So we have all these designs and really cool decals that kind of connect myself with racing, with Avery, with Willie, and everything around me, but they are decals underneath a clear coat. So it's really cool to feel that come out. It also allows for like very intricate designs, as you can find at the bottom of this MOG, that pretty much has me saluting at the end of Big Sugar, but in a, I don't know, how would you say it, black and white way. I also find it really cool when you can make bikes look the exact same from 100 feet away, and then as you get close, they all look different. The Fray is designed around kind of a filled-in color scheme. So you'll see the ENVE logo is redesigned with kind of a scribbled in. We have Sparkplug, which is a nickname I had when I was younger. We got Willie Watts with some paw prints on the top of the bar. We got all the sponsors. On all 3 bikes, we have everyone at ENVE who had a part in building these bikes from the ground up. So from engineering to design to color choice. One of my favorite parts of the bike is on the non-drive side, is a very big testament to everything we're trying to do here, which is myself riding as hard as I can and Avery chasing me with the gimbal, and Mike at ENVE was nice enough to add Willie chasing behind him. So it's the whole little family all on the bikes, and it kind of ties everything together. The MOG is a little more intricate. We got Willie Watts with a 4-inch Willie on the handlebar. We got Let Ope with Willie on my back, which is Dutch for pay attention. Just kind of, it's always been a saying my dad said to me. And the bottom logo is chaos. It says, let's go Red Wings. There's a heart with Avery's name. It says Willie Watts. It says doing it for Willie. There's a picture of me with my hand up. There's a spark plug down there. It's just a very chaotic design that kind of, I think, encompasses everything we've talked about in the last couple minutes. Last things, from ENVE's side, I wanted to explain the differences in these bikes. The MOG is a gravel bike. That's what it's made to do. That's how it's made to be. It's got a 27.2 seat post, so you can put a dropper post in there if you wanted, or any 27.2 post. It is made to take the maximal tire clearance you could ever need before you move to a mountain bike. The Fray, on the other hand, it's not your dad's endurance road bike. It's a very fast bike. It just has a little more clearance, and so it's like in between the Melee and the MOG, you have the Fray. So you can put in 40 mil tires. You cannot run any different seat posts. It's a proprietary aerodynamic seat post, but the Fray loses all of the extra attachments for bags, etc., that the MOG has on the fork. So it's just a very pared down, fast version for me of the MOG, and for most people, I'd say it's a more comfortable high-end road bike. See you in Tucson. We out.